Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight, where we get to meet our favorite musicians up close. And tonight I have the pleasure to be with the men from Grindstone, another one of our local hard rockin', hard knockin' bands. And I like to introduce on the camera left, Bob, and in the forefront, our singer, Bill. No, Fred, excuse me, our drummer, Bill. In the back, Louie, and in the front we have Jeff. And guys, I know we're all from the area. If you don't mind, why don't you let us know where you guys were born, where you kind of hung out, and where you're from?
I was born on the east side. Well, I grew up on the east side. Was born on Stony Island, Jackson
Park Hospital.
Then Cal City.
Mm-hmm.
And then back to Hegbush, and then I've been in Indiana since 1996.
Nice.
Ooh, you're getting old.
Yeah.
I was also born in Jackson Park Hospital, south side of Chicago. Grew up in Calumet City, and then moved out to Indiana here. I've been out here about 30 years now. Yep.
I was born at St. Margaret's in Hammond. Grew up in Cal City, and that's where I stayed.
Mm-hmm.
But I moved here about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Michigan City, and I was St. Anthony's Hospital. I spent the first 17 years of my life there.
Mm-hmm.
Then out to California, and then back here.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
Yeah, right.
Rosen Community Hospital for a short time and moved to Cal City. Met these guys over here, not Jeff, all these guys. And,
Yeah.
We fought.
We fought growing up.
Who won?
Bob used to beat us up.
I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
No.
So Kelsey.
Then I east side, and then live in Griffith now.
Yeah. So Cal City was kind of the spawning ground. That's where all you guys kind of met and got it together.
Yep.
We all grew up together for the most part.
Yeah.
15 years old, we started in Fred's garage.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you guys in particular have any memories? It was maybe a certain person or a certain moment where you would call maybe your first musical influence, something where the bug first hit you and you said, I know I have to be a musician?
Let Jeff go.
Do you want names?
Names, places.
Okay. Sorry, is that okay? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. Go.
There was a guy down the street from me, and his name was Jimmy Sosnowski. And
Say that 3 times fast.
And he had a drum set in his basement, and he had a band down there, and they were jamming. And he brought me down there with my sister, and that's the first time I saw a band, and I saw the drums, and I was like, I love that. I want to do that. You know?
That's the
So
kind of story.
That was that was it. I think I was like 9 or 10, you know, and that's when I started. So.
Anybody else? Or maybe somebody that you emulated that you were younger and you said, hey, I want to be that specific musician or singer?
For me, I just like music when I was a kid. That music, like when I was 10 years old, whatever, 1973, 72, whenever, like the immigrant song would come on the radio, and you get goosebumps.
Yep.
And then there's a couple of musicians on the east side, but I didn't start music until I moved to Cal City. And then I was luckily that's my bet. I moved from Calumet City. Moved from the east side to Calumet City and met a group of people that I did because it was the best thing for me for the music, because they were all musicians and they all had musician mentors, whatever, older guys, and then Joe LeBlanco. I used to ditch class and go watch him play. The guy was only 2 years older than me, but when he was like 16, the dude was, phenomenal.
Killer.
Still is.
Yeah.
But that was, and I just took it from there.
Jeff, from the Indiana side and the California side.
I was a little pup, and I heard Kiss for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On the radio, and I went, what the heck was that? It was just sounded different than everything else. And then I saw the album, and I went, holy shit. And I kind of stayed in that holy shit mode, just kind of, taking in all the music I could. And eventually there were some set of twins down the street from me that would play in their garage. And I would go down there and through the window watching them. And eventually I went, I can do that. And I watched him enough where I went home and I kind of figured out how to do chord and figured out how to play an AC/DC song, and I went down there and went, let's go. And that's where it started for me.
Yeah, Kiss, right? Kiss and Rush, all kinds of stuff like that.
Good old stuff.
Iron Maiden, Judas Priest.
Yeah.
I started
Angel.
out on the more of the Jeff Beck stuff. That's what.
Yeah.
And then, but I was when the Kiss Alive.
Yeah.
My mom took me to see Kiss in I think it was 1976. At the Chicago Stadium, and that was with your ID was backing off. That
So
was,
who did you dress up when you were younger? I was Ace Frehley.
I was Gene Simmons. Jim Norris was Peter Criss. That was in 8th grade.
Yeah. For
I
me,
got pictures of that somewhere.
was it? For me, it was always
Fuck
Bro.
Danny.
yeah. Right. No, Sammy Hagar has always been the guy that from Montrose and fell in love with him. And I remember the first time I seen him play live at Soldiers Field. I was, I don't know, 15. But I mean, I loved music up until that point, but seeing him live for the first time, I remember watching him. And there's a band called Zebra that opened up for him.
Yeah.
And Sammy,
Still touring.
yeah, we just seen him a
We
couple
actually
weeks ago.
went to see
We all
him.
went and seen him a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago. And all of a sudden he disappeared, and I remember sitting there watching him. All of a sudden he ended up at the top of the lights on the very top. And I was like, man, I want to do that. I want to be the guy that does that crazy shit on stage. Pretty much.
Yeah. So the first time I caught Grindstone, you were first part of a twin bill at JJ Kelly's. Got there early, got my drink, sat at the bar front row, and when you came on, it was just an immediate mood elevation in that room. You guys really, really bring the energy. And so, with that in mind, what is it? What goes into picking your lead-off song or the first song of any set?
That's a toss-up because we all have our own
Yeah.
views.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I just want to give them a slap.
Yeah.
I want the
You
audience to
You
wake
want
up
to
and
catch them
go,
off guard a little bit.
yeah. I want them to wake up and go, okay,
Yeah,
it's starting.
Kind of punch him in the face a little bit.
That's exactly the way I felt. You guys were on it, on the accelerator from the get-go, and I wish you'd played all night, to be honest with you. No disrespect to
Thank you.
but that was really great. So
Energy's important to us. When we play live, we're all, we've always talked about the show and trying to put songs together with
Play
emotion
without
and
stopping.
play without stopping, so people can get them at that level, try to keep them there.
And the order that we put the songs
And it
into.
always helps when the people are
Getting into it.
getting into it. It's a great feeling.
yeah, that's what I saw that night in that crowd. I mean, you immediately energized the crowd. So
Yeah.
got a couple fun questions I like to ask to kind of wrap up the interview. So the first question is, of all the venues in the world that you have not played in, each one of you, is there any one venue in the world that would be just your pinnacle that you would just one day would love to be playing on? Yes.
Go ahead, Bill.
Red Rock.
That's
Yes,
Red Rock. That's
yes.
why I wanted to go
Yeah,
first. That's the place, man. I would
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
That place would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'd love to do Donington Festival on England.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's definitely
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Kelly's.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be back to Kelly's next Saturday.
Yep. And I'll be plugged.
I could just play here.
Yeah, to be happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Just playing
Yeah.
makes it worth it. We have fun.
Yeah.
Wembley Stadium for me.
Okay.
Go all out.
Yeah. I've heard a couple different things like Royal Albert Hall, so that's one of the fun questions.
Yeah, that's another good one.
The last fun question is, if you could trade places for a whole weekend with any other musician or singer in history, dead or alive, who would that be?
Eddie Van Halen.
Okay.
For definitely Eddie Van Halen or Jeff Beck.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go last.
For me, it's either two people. Bill, you probably know who they are.
All right, that's why I'm shutting up.
Yeah.
Or Michael Schenker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Schenker.
Like I just mentioned, like 3 of my favorite guitar players. Pretty much.
For me, it'd be one of really two people, either be Steve Perry or Sammy Hagar.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Stanley Clark.
Bass.
Skippy.
Peter Frampton, 1976.
Nice.
Oh man.
Only that year, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, even though I'm a drummer, Jimi effing Hendrix.
Yeah.
That's a dude. That's a beer.
Don't switch with him on the weekend. He dies.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yes.
you know, I mean, because it's like where a lot of all of this started, the noise, the grind, you know,
Yeah.
the fucking,
Yeah.
the guitar. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can catch Grindstone a week from this Saturday at JJ Kelly's. That's 8 o'clock on February 8th. So we hope 7 o'clock we're going to be there. 7 o'clock. Okay, great. So we hope to see everybody at JJ Kelly. I'd like to thank you again for giving me the time here with you guys.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
until next time, peace everybody.